And good evening. Welcome to the Screen Team right here on today's Talk 930 KWOC and 93.3 FM. We're all about movies here. That's what we do at the Screen Team. We review movies. We review new ones. We review ones new to DVD. We even review personal ones from our collection. And that's what we're doing here this evening on the Screen Team. We have got three pretty classic Halloween movies for you this evening. And we've got the Whitworths to tell us all about it. Matt Whitworth, man, it's good to see you. We haven't seen you forever here on the Screen Team. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm out the market, though, so sorry, ladies.
Exactly. Why don't you do the introductions, man? Who is sitting to the right of you?
My lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, talented wife, Jenna Whitworth.
Jenna, how are you?
I am wonderful, Chris. Thanks for asking.
And thanks for being on the Screen Team. Let's talk about you guys. Well, as individuals first. Jenna, we'll start with you. Before you met Matt, what kind of movies were you in?
Well, honestly, I liked horror movies, but I hated watching them by myself, so it's nice that I have him now that I can watch them with. But pretty much feel-good type movies is what I would usually watch.
So Sophie's Choice, Schindler's List.
Exactly.
So on and so forth.
So Matt's showing you a lot of the horror films now. Matt, what kind of movies is Jenna showing you since you guys have...
We watched some musicals, but not like those artsy-fartsy lame musicals like today, all right? We're watching the manly ones. Gene Kelly, stuff like that.
Okay, cool,
Seven
man.
Brides for Seven Brothers.
Heck yeah, man.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Any kind of dance routine that has really sharp battle axes in it, that's cool by my book.
I agree, man. I agree.
He did also watch Pride and Prejudice with me. The one with Colin Firth, though, the good one.
Uh-huh.
So, we got to add that in there, too.
I'm just going to throw something out for you guys. Pride and Prejudice comes out next year with zombies. Are you guys you guys going to see that?
Book.
You guys going to see that?
Probably not.
Oh!
We'll see. I'm kind of tired of zombies, I'll be honest.
And the book wasn't very good, in my
it wasn't?
opinion.
But she's a huge fan of the original novel, so she's probably more than a little biased.
Oh, of
which
course.
is okay. I would be, too.
Of course. We've got a good Halloween show. First off is Beetlejuice, the Tim Burton film back from 88, classic. I've seen this movie a billion, zillion times. I love it. What about you guys? Do you guys love it, Matt?
This was one of the first movies that Jen and I watched together when we were first dating. So, yeah, we love it. It's a classic. It's a lot of fun, and revisiting it as an adult is pretty interesting because there's a lot of things on the TBS version that I didn't catch how inappropriate it was for children.
Yeah.
And that was the thing back in the 80s and 90s, man. They'd make action figures and an entire animated series on like RoboCop and Beetlejuice and stuff like that.
Right.
For kids when the original movies were either R-rated or borderline.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is the overall story? Because the overall story is kind of weird. You've got Alec Baldwin and you've got Gina Davis's characters. They're married. They're newlyweds, and they end up passing away early on in the film. But their story isn't over, is it?
No, it's just beginning. That's at the very beginning of the film. And their cousin who had, I guess, sold them the house was wanting to get them out of the house originally. But now that they're ghosts, part of the ghost lore is they're stuck in the house that, they I guess lived in previously forever, And so they get new tenants that live in the house. Some folks from New York that have come in. They want some peace and quiet away from the New York scene, and they can't stand these people. The ghosts can't stand them because they're just so ridiculous and obnoxious. But they like Lydia Deeds, the daughter, who also consequently can see them. And so they're working together to try and get rid of this family, to get rid of Lydia's parents, and so they can move off and move back to New York, and so the ghosts can enjoy their home alone. But it ends up backfiring, and so they have to call it Bio-Exorcist by the name of Beetlejuice in one of Michael Keaton's finest roles. I mean, I know that you could say it's Birdman or even Batman. He's very well known for Batman, but this is a role that I think very few other actors really could have tackled.
I agree.
To take this delicate balance of horror and comedy as well as he does, and how pervy and dark it is, and to handle it in a very rapid fire kind of way. I think maybe Robin Williams may have been able to do something similar to that, but that's the only other actor out the top of my head that I think really could.
Yeah.
And I know that Tim Burton's new guy is Johnny Depp and has been for many years, but I kind of miss the days when it was Michael Keaton.
I agree. Jenna, was this a movie that you had experienced a lot when it first came out when you were younger? Did you watch it a lot?
No, my mom's not one for horror movies, so we didn't watch too much growing up. But I did at one of my friend's house. Is when I first saw it. And I'm a huge Tim Burton fan and Danny Elfman fan, so this movie right away was one of my favorites just because it's so unique and different, and the actors are phenomenal in it.
And Danny Elfman's score is it's almost, I don't want to say it's as good as his Batman score, but it's really good.
Very close.
It is good.
It mixes the mischief and fun aspects with horror and the macabre very well. And I think it's one of the definitive Danny Elfman scores and one of the definitive Tim Burton movies, honestly.
You know what really surprises me about this film is this movie came out before, I think it came out before Batman did.
It did, yeah.
How did this movie ever get made? That's my question.
Hollywood doesn't take chances like that very often anymore. And this was a case where they really took a chance, and it paid off with a classic.
I mean, how would you be? I can't imagine that board meeting, where they're like, okay, here's what we got. This guy named Beetlejuice. He's kind of a freak, but he's gonna be entertaining. And
they'd stop him at the name Beetlejuice. Nah, we got to change that. What's the story? It's about ghosts. No, we're going to change that too.
Well, I read somewhere that his name is Beetlejuice, but they changed to Beetlejuice to make it more marketable.
Beetlejuice makes sense because poltergeist. That's probably the route that they're going for.
Right.
And that he loves insects. I guess that's the only other connection I can get to the name. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Beetlejuice. It's a classic. We all love it. How about this, though? There's strong rumors that Beetlejuice 2 is in the process of being made. Are we fans of that?
It depends on who they get, I think, on who to do all the different characters, and depending on the script and the music behind it and everything. I think it really just depends.
So you got to see who's on board before you're on board, right?
Yeah.
And if it's a sequel instead of a reimagining, instead of a remake or a reboot or whatever, I could be on board with that. It had a great, just really phenomenal original cast, and if they could get everybody that's still alive, of course, Robert Goulet has passed on.
That's right.
The actor who played Otho, his name escapes me.
Yeah, he passed
and
away,
he was
too.
terrific in the movie, too. I mean, it really was a stellar cast, but if they could get as many of the still living actors, then I would be on board for that.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. A lot of that stuff's just in the early phases right now. Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, they all said that they're interested, but we got to wait and see what happens. So we'll see. Cool. It's Beetlejuice, and you can check it out on DVD. Coming up after the break, Matt is going to tell you how much Psycho is the greatest movie of all time. He'll tell you about that next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.